Gambling.
Columbus.
1 second. Huh?
Can you just take? I know you're on the phone right now. Can you take a look at this?
Sure.
I can't get the. We did the.
And then also the screen's going to start. So I'll be right. What's wrong?
Do you remember that it used to come on here, but then I pressed like a thing there.
You're streaming already.
I'm not streaming.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm streaming. Okay. There you go. That's wrong. Okay.
You're not. You're still streaming.
Okay.
You're still streaming. Okay.
Okay, that was a little bit exciting, slightly exciting. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Kermit. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Maltese Phil. Thank you, everybody who's watching, all the 115 million followers. 100 1,250,000 people online right now, and it's still early. Julian is here. Who else is here? Claire is here. Beautiful, beautiful Claire. Beautiful, beautiful Joe. And beautiful, beautiful Elite Scott is here. Elite Scott. And John Van Dam is here. And Lewis Schaffer is here. This is 276. I mean, it's not straight days, but it's pretty much. It's almost. I think we missed 3 days of this. I don't know if are you worn out? The plan was to do this as long as I could and see what happens. There's nothing worse than trying something and thinking, you know what, I'm not going to give it a full go because people might get bored of me. And you can't live your life that way. Though maybe I should. So this is the 200. What I'm saying is I'm going to keep on going until we have no viewers. Smash the like button. That's a really important thing. Smash the like button. Let me see what's going on over here. Smash. Look at how great I look. 77.9 kgs, which is actually up from yesterday. I don't even want to discuss it. It's definitely up. We've got Vatanai here. Always leave them wanting more. That's what they say. I don't believe in that. I'm just gonna stay until you're tired of me. You know? And then I'll get taken off the air and then we'll start again. Is that right? Is that the right approach? I don't think it's the right approach. I got nobody behind me. Only my son who helped me out just now. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. We've had about 5 days of good shows. Let me rephrase this. They're streams, they're not shows. We've had 5 days when it's been all right for me. I don't know how it's been all right for you. I've kept awake. I've had a cup of coffee today, and I had and I'm having an iced tea right now. And I slept last night. I slept more than I've slept in a really long time. Basically, I mean, I don't sleep continuously through the night. I wake up to pee, because this is what happens when you're old. When you're old. Also, okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Just turning on. There we go. There we go. So I am here. So thank you, Elite. Scott is here. Claire is here. Kermit is here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, people, for coming. Sandy is here. Hello, says Sandy, who is relatively new to our thing. So we've got that. I was reading about J.D. Vance. They're getting on J.D. Vance's case. I'm trying to find out what J.D. Vance did that was so bad. And I'm going to tell you, I think I know what J.D. Do any of you know what J.D. Vance did? So today is the 20th of March, March 20th, 2026. Isn't today's Hitler? Oh, no, that's April 4th. That's April 20th is Hitler's birthday. Today is Friday. And it was a nice day. It was about 55 degrees, maybe. Or maybe it was more. I think it was like 55 degrees. I don't know. What is it with you? You're not new to the show. No, you're not new to the show, but you know, a lot of these people have commented. J.D. Vance is so good. I'm unsurprised that people are trying to bring him down. Yeah, it's a sign. It's a sign. They're gonna get TDS. They're gonna get VDS. Vance, whatever it is. Today is your dad's birthday, Kermit. Happy birthday to your dad. Happy birthday to your dad. Is he in good shape? Is he in better shape than Lewis Schaffer? Why have you framed yourself around your eyes and boobs? I think you misunderstood the assignment. Is that you're talking to me? What is it? Does the boobs? I want to be at 75, and I'm at 77. I'm gonna have to measure my blood pressure too. JD, yeah. Vance was against the incursion into Iran. It's not an incursion into Iran. It should be treated exactly the way it needs to be treated. Which I'm not sure. I was going to say something, and then I'm thinking maybe it's something else. Maybe it's half my head is mentioned. Okay, oh, there we go. How is that? How is that? Maybe I'll lower this a little bit. Is that all right? How does that look right now? Yeah, a lot of people are against the incursion. I mean, what they wanted Trump to do was build up his popularity, which was slightly growing. He's not majorly popular. I mean, they're trying to make it seem like he's unpopular. I think this was a risky thing. But then you have to remember, people of his age, of my age, is F Iran. That's what the whole idea was. And basically, you know, Iran has been causing an unbelievable amount of trouble. An unbelievable. Hamas is Iran. Hezbollah is Iran. The war in Saudi Arabia, which is not good, in Yemen is Iran. The Iraq war was a lot of Iran. Afghanistan is Iran. The people, he killed 40,000 people. Raise your hand if you're in favor of killing 40,000 people. Come on, raise your hand. Of course you're not in favor of that because you're not animals. You're not leftist animals. Is the sound not going well? Can you check the sound, producer? Thank you, Claire, for saying that. We all have got so well. We have bonded. I think I don't know if we've bonded, but we've been friendly with each other. I don't know, maybe privately. And if you have bonded, please send some images to me.
It's fine.
Is it fine? Okay. Ruben says, Ruben says, it's fine. Here are the three main reasons why we are in Iran. To punish them for what they did 47 years ago, which you people probably don't remember because you're so young. But if you're old and an American, you'll know what they did to us. Painful days, 440 days of the Iran crisis. That's number one. Number two, Okay, because America has a military, and we're not like Britain. We have to use it. If you or like China, China hasn't used its military. They've got all these great equipment supposedly, and they don't use it, so their equipment is shit, and they're not a military trained thing. And now people are not afraid of China, and we have people in America. We've got a very big militaristic class, and they need to be used. It's like a horse. We've got to take the horse. I think you might have to reload it on your end. Anybody else have problems with the sound? Anybody else has problems? And so we have to use our military. That's reason number 2. Reason number 3 is that Donald Trump wants to smash the globalists to the ground. And this will, you hate to say it because we're all Europeans, but we're not those Europeans. And Donald Trump is saying, and this is maybe a similar thing. He wanted to see if NATO would come to his help, or the NATO countries would come to his help, or they would back him up, would come and do the right thing. And the answer is no. And the answer is no. I mean, is it the right question to ask? I'm not sure if it is. But he asked it, and are they coming to help? Help? No, they're not. Number 2 or 3. But the most important and the most important thing is this will smash globalism. This will basically put the boot on the neck of Macron and Angela Merkel, if she's still alive, and the Spain thing. It's saying we're America, F you. And I think, from what I can tell, the people who like Donald Trump support this. He didn't, is it going to be, an Iraq type or Afghanistan situation where we're there for like 20, 30 years? I mean, I think, and you know what's going to happen is America's going to get the hell out of Germany and I hate to say it, out of Britain, and we'll take our ball and we'll go find another place to put it. You take it for granted what America, I mean, you may not like America, but what America has done for Britain all these years. I don't know. Is that true? I'm not even sure about it. I finally made a plan for writing something, as in what I'll try and do, so feel more achieved. Don't make a plan, just write. Just write something. I love America, Claire. Thank you. That's because you love me. I'll keep you posted. I took advice and have started, so shall see. Okay, just write words. It's like me, I'm sitting here talking. So those are the 3 reasons. 3 reasons. Because, you know what? To shut Iran up, to punish Iran. It's China, says John Van Dam. And it's to punish the Iranians. It's to basically, they've caused a lot of problems in the world. Or half of the Islamic world is against them. Okay? And they're not doing anything good for this country. And I seem to remember they did horrible things in this country. They took over the embassy. Who knows what they did in Britain, in London? Do you remember that? I'm not even sure. I wasn't there at the time. Number one, to punish them. And they need... Calliope is here. Hello, one and all. Thank you, Calliope. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Calliope. Yeah, because they needed to be punished. Look at how macho Lewis Schaffer is. And number 1. Number 2, we need to test out our military equipment. And that's why we're better than China. Look what happened to China. It's its military equipment. Number 2, and Israel too. And Israel's our main military people. Hello, Rocket League. Hello, Lewis. I took advice from a friend, fellow writer, so don't just write randomly. I'm trying to structure. You know what? Some people write randomly and some people structure. I'm the kind of person, you just need to do stuff. Like when I started this stream 276, maybe 280 days ago. How many months is that?
I didn't see that.
Okay. And now look at how great this stream is. I mean, we got no viewers, but it's getting easier and easier and easier to do. And then what'll happen is something great is going to come of this. And we had a really nice show yesterday. Didn't we have a nice show? Lewis, I mean book-wise, not streaming. Do you know what? If you write 300 words a day, in 100 days you'll have a book, or 200 days. Okay. There was certainly no plan or structure there. We continue in that vein. What, in Iran? Is that what you're talking about? There was a plan. What do you think? You don't think that they didn't plan the whole thing up. But that's what happens with war. Here with this, no, that's actually true. There was no plan. There was no plan. Well, what should the stream be? What should we do? What should I do to make the stream better? You know? I don't know. I've been watching Stephen Allen. I can't do that. When the U.S. military drawdowns happened in Germany, it hit the German economy very hard. They used to protest for us to leave, then started protesting for us to stay. Exactly. But why should we defend those people? Why should we defend Germany? If Germany's going to be a communist country. What do you think about that, Calliope? People on your stream don't like reading, Lewis. They're too narrow-minded. Nobody likes reading. How many books do you read? I got books here. I haven't read a book in ages. I don't read any words. This is why these are the only words that I can read now. You remember when we started this stream and I needed glasses. And now I can read clearly. So maybe reading is good, but you get a lot of information lots of other places. Elixir says, can't be asked to read a nice, quick, light sci-fi book like mine. So, well, enough said. Okay. Hi-Ho Kermit says, I'm Steve. I guess that's Stephen Allen's musical director, apparently. How did that happen? I read a lot. Biographies, factual. I'm currently reading Silenced by Tommy Robinson. I mean, words are nice. Words can be nice on a piece of paper. They're nice. My producer here used to read all the time. And I don't see you reading all the time. What do you read all the time? And now he's kind of protesting because he says, I do read a lot. I see you is here. Beautiful, beautiful. I see you. Adrian Allen is a very good live streamer, quick of mind, and steers the conversation in a very professional way. He doesn't miss a thing. Adrian Allen. Okay, I'll write that down. I mean, I am who I am. Adrian Allen. He's a pod live person. Pod live stream. Is he really good? Why do I want to hear if somebody's good? But thank you very much for saying that. I see you, beautiful. Does he say to you, you're beautiful, and I want you? Does he say that? No, he doesn't. That's what Lewis Schaffer offers. There you go. And Claire says it. But is he as hot as Lewis Schaffer? Let's be honest. Let's look how great I look. I don't look that great. I think I need more color. I don't know. Maybe I'm not getting. I went out and picked up rubbish, and I've been picking up rubbish for many decades now. Great guy. Now it's really popular. So you could say, wow, Lewis Schaffer was an early rubbish picker-upper. Vatanai is speaking to Calliope. When I used to travel to Old West Germany, you saw British and American troops all the time. The British had their Army of the Rhine there. Yeah. I mean, we were there a bit too long, I think, because we were afraid that Germany was going to do it again because they did it twice already, if I remember correctly. Joe says this, I used to read about 3 books a week, then I got lazy and just streamed telly. I am a bad... No, you're not a bad person, Joe. I mean, people used to only read, and then the radio came, and then television came, and And now this is here. Adrian Allen was a very good radio late night presenter. His channel is Adrian Allen Theater of the Mind. I'm writing that down. Theater of the Mind. Have you guys heard of him? I never heard of the guy. If you get a book written, people will buy it from this stream for you. I hope they will, or they can buy lots of other things that I sell. Cruddy t-shirts, jeans that I find in the street. I found something today. I'll show you what I found today. Doesn't mean anything to you, Columbus, but I grew up as a port shop in Great Neck, New York.
I want to build this on your achievement.
And look at how far I've come. I'm saying look at how far I've come. Anyway.
Physically.
Yeah, look at the shirt. Have you heard of this? Nomad Dicks. That needs to be washed. It's a very prestigious brand, Primark. Primark. It's a t-shirt. I found the t-shirt. Let's see. Vatanai. I live in the Rhine River. In the Rhine River Rhine wine river country. That's where she lives. Calliope lives there. That's really great. I always watch TV with the subtitles on, says Ruben. Does that make me an avid reader? I like that too. Lorna is here. Hello, welcome, Lorna. Beautiful, beautiful Lorna. Lorna reads all night long, but I thought it's supposed to put you to sleep. That's the problem. Are you sleeping when you're reading? Yeah, I did. Can I just tell you what I did yesterday? I did a wine tasting. Did I tell you this? I did a champagne wine tasting where we tasted 6 countries' champagne, but they can't be called champagne, sparkling wine.
Where?
Over at Mike Graham's show.
Did you?
Yes, it was really amazing. It was like a wine.
You said you weren't going to do the show.
I said I wasn't going to do it here, but I said I'll come in. They said, okay, come in. I said, come in. It's so much better when you go into the studio.
Those people love you for some reason.
What those people do.
Yeah, Mike Graham.
Mike Graham. They love me now. People always love me, and then they turn on me. Why do they turn on me?
Because you're not very nice.
Because I'm not a nice person. Do you guys?
Considerate.
I'm not considerate. What to other people?
You can be perfectly nice, but it's not. You can be very inconsiderate.
But I don't pay attention to their needs and things.
Yeah.
Why is that though? I didn't get enough love as a child. Do you think?
It's a personal failing.
I've got a personal failing, my son. Yes, you can. What do you think? You think you stop being a child? What do you think? You think all the thoughts that you got from me or your mother? May she rest, whatever it is. Calliope's been there for 10 years. 10 years. In there. So okay, Lorna. I've had some crap going on. Whatever. Welcome back, Lorna. I love the Mike Graham show. Well, I will be on there on Saturday, I think. I don't know when the champagne thing. It's but they had 6 bottles of sparkling wine, one from New Zealand, one from South Africa, one from France, one from Britain, and one from Spain, and then another one. I forgot what the other one is. And I drank a little bit of it. But I told you this. Did I tell you this yesterday? I probably told you this yesterday. Teaser Pop is also back. Teaser says, Lewis, did you know Mike Graham praised you on his show this morning and played a clip of you? I hope you host his next UK live tape. I hope so too. Whatever. That's really sweet. He's a lovely guy. And I call him fat. And this is what I do. I insult people. I don't insult them. I tell them the truth, and if they can take it, then I know that they're going to be all right. Calliope says she's well, teaser. Diggy says that is an amazing thing that you mentioned that. And that's the kind of thing I like to hear. That's the best thing. That really makes my day. But it doesn't make my day because I think I should be way more successful than I am. Why am I so unsuccessful, relatively? I think I should be, I look at myself and you see people who are doing really well. You see, you can see why Mike Graham is successful. He's got a whole setup there. It's not even a big setup, but he's got a guy who works for him who knows what he's doing. Another guy who works for him who knows what he's doing. He's got another guy, and you know what? It's not even a real, but it's a nice studio, but I'm glad I went in there. You are successful at being grumpy. I would say that I am. He pointed that out to me. I'm like miserable. I'm like a miserablest. I wish I wasn't, but I'm a miserablest. Is Plank of the Week tonight? He did mention you. Mike has lost weight and goes to the gym. I said to him, don't go to the gym. Lose weight first. Don't try to exercise to lose weight. Because when you exercise, you think, I can eat more because I've exercised. Separate exercising from losing weight. Just lose weight. Lose weight. That's good. Is it tonight? Is Plank of the Week tonight? Did you find out what time it is? That's really, really amazing. But thank you very much for that, Lorna. Mike he's lost a bit of weight. I mean, at some point, like me, it doesn't matter how much weight you lose. I'm old. You got to say, you know what? I don't care if his face is all wrinkled. I don't care if he's got this turkey neck. I'm going to love him anyway. And that's really hard to get someone to do. People they're not going to do that. I wish I was young and handsome. Claire is speaking to Calliope. Claire says she eats only tiny things. That's true. She's a light eater. She's not like. I went and I bought a pizza. I bought one of those small pizzas, San Marco, whatever pizzas. It's on 7:00 tonight. Okay. Oh my. No, that's like an hour away. That's like an hour away, or an hour. That's like scary. That's like scary. I don't know. Maybe they'll make me seem funny. I hope. I'm always saying horrific, horrible things. I don't think I badmouth the king, which is what I normally do. Mike Graham had a ready-made audience from his huge talk following. He also engages with people on X. It's great when he retweets and your comments get thousands of people. Yeah, and lots of new people come in. And maybe something will happen because we're ready. Remember, you're part of this thing because I'm lazy, but we are ready to have thousands and thousands of people to join us. Okay, Mike Graham tonight at 7. I'm gonna write it down. Number 1, Mike Graham at 7 p.m. I will have to watch Plank of the Week. Is it tomorrow or is it tonight? Is it tonight, Friday, or is it Saturday tomorrow? Did I misread the time? Thank you, Claire. Did I misread the time? Who said 7:00 tomorrow? I did. I can't even keep track of this. When is he going to be on? Is it tomorrow? Tomorrow at 7 or tonight at 7? You are on tonight, Lorna says. So that's Friday. Is it Friday or Saturday? Because last time I thought it was Friday and it was moved to Saturday. Plank was always Friday, says Vantanai at 7. That's what I thought, but didn't it become Saturday? Uh, you know, Blackthorn is the blossom of sloes for the old gin. Blackthorn for old of sloes. Sloes are like plums without the sweetness, right? Isn't that what a sloe is? Isn't it like a blackberry? Oh, they just had issues, Kermit. Okay. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. There you go. 7 p.m. tonight, Plonk of the week. Tomorrow. Oh, so it's what is it? Is it plank of the week? What? How do you guys say it? Do you say plank of the week or plonk of the week? Because I remember my friend Angela, who's no longer my friend anymore. Maybe she is my friend secretly, but she is she 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 used to say she's saying that movie. I was a plonker, like Lewis. You're a plonker, and then they get upset when they realize I am a real planker. Plank tonight, plunk tomorrow. Is that a saying? I don't know what that means. Is that some kind of British joke? Isn't April Fool's Day really the start of the year? That's why it's called April Fool's. I don't know. And it's summertime is coming. You could feel it. The sun is out. The sun is out. I used to listen to talk for hours every day. Mike was my favorite, Vatanai says. Yeah, I could listen to him too. He's very likable. He's got like no ego. I mean, maybe he has got an ego, but he's been through a lot. He's a newspaper man, and those people were very strong. Ruben, speaking to Lorna, have loads local to me. Should make some gin. Really, is it used as a flavoring, or is it used as the basis of the gin? How is gin made? Is gin like basic alcohol with flavoring put into it? Plonk is wine. It's a play on the words on his other show. Oh, I see. So you're gonna it's like plank of the week, and then tomorrow you're gonna need wine. I didn't know that. Okay. That was explained to me. Thank you, Kermit. Plonk is wine, but plank is plank of the week. Okay. Lorna says that too. Plonk is the drink. Plank is a pillock. What is a pillock? Where does that word come from? Let me check that word out. That's the kind of thing I think I might have to search myself. What is a pillock? Pillock is a stupid person. Where does it come from? What does it come from? A stupid functioning similar to plonker or idiot, plonker, dolt. It has been used since the 1960s. A pillock. Don't be a pillock. Where do you think the word came from? Origins. 16th century word pillicock, which is used to refer to a male member, like as a pee-pee. As a pee-pee. Did you see this? Did you want to see this? I'll make it so you can see the window capture. Seen 3 bottles of Sauvignon Blanc for 12. 3 bottles was 12%. Thought it was a good deal. That is a really good deal. That's $4 a bottle. If you can get wine for $4 a bottle, you become an alcoholic. It's a flavor added to the gin. Juniper berries make the gin. Okay. That's what I didn't think that a second ago, but I do remember hearing that the juniper, Jennifer, da 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 da. However, when they tried to lamb talk up, they cut down on the time allowed for phone-ins. You should have the ability to take a call or two. We should take a call or two. How could we do that? How could I take a call? Maybe I could find out how to take a call on the live stream. Anybody know? Vatanai. I thought of doing wine tasting channel. However, I swallow. I don't spit. I'd not last long. That's true. So there was 6 of these glasses, and I didn't. I drank enough to be, and I didn't feel wobbly, but I did feel like I had drunk enough. And there was 6, and we had to guess. Remember, it was a blind taste testing. And for each bottle, I had to guess what country it was from. So I had 6 chances to get it right. How many did I get right? Did I tell you yesterday how many I got right? There was 6. Did I get 6 right, or did I get 1 right, or 3 right? Let's not complicate things, Lewis. Yeah, maybe it'd be too complicated if we're having a phone-in thing. Also, Claire says bubbles go to your head. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. You got teams. I've got teams. I've got my producer here. I got my main guest, Carnegie. Gin is made by distilling a neutral spirit, typically from grains like barley or corn, and infusing it with juniper berries. Okay, so it's not like juniper berries that make the alcohol. It's the grains. So it could be anything. It's like vodka. It could be anything, right? It's just alcohol, and then they put juniper berries in. Basically, says Kermit, it's vodka flavored with berries. See, Kermit knows stuff. Kermit knows stuff. Let's take a look at that. Let's just see. Let's just see what a juniper berry looks like. Let's see what it looks like. Images. Oh, they're blue. They're blue. I don't know this one. Can you see this one? They're blue. Juniper berries are blue. And they've got this kind of symbol, this Mercedes. Is that like the Mercedes symbol here? Juniper berries. Are they edible? Are juniper berries edible? With a question. Are they edible? Let's find out if they're edible. Are edible. They're used as a spice, a pungent piney flavor. Some species are toxic. Do not consume large quantities, as they can cause kidney irritation and Hold on. Can you see this, everybody? Yeah, you can see it. You can see it. So one kind is toxic and one kind isn't toxic. Edible berries are blue-black when ripe. Red berries should generally be avoided sparingly. Bad for your kidneys. Bad for your kidneys. Very, very interesting. You never respond to posts your viewers leave on YouTube, Walt. It always feels nice when a host responds to a mark on their videos. Yeah, I don't really respond to that. I should respond to it. I should. I just don't. I should. I'm sorry, Elite Scott. I'm sorry. They're from evergreen trees. Yeah. Yeah. So what does that make them toxic? I tried vodka made from milk. I have some juniper berries in my spice bag. What is a spice bag, Lorna? Milk vodka? That's crazy, says Claire. That does sound crazy, but I wasn't going to say anything, but that does sound crazy. Yes, you can eat them, but I don't like them. I think maybe you have to put a lot of sugar in them, which means they're not really that sweet. MC was talking to Phil. Okay, I guess you can. You could send me a message on Twitter. Can we do that right here? Send a message on Twitter. There we go. At Lewis Schaffer. Or go on Discord. I mean, it's overwhelming to be an international, famous celebrity, star, supporting artist. stand-up comedian occasionally, TV personality, recently seen on GB News. It's just so hard. It's so hard. Oh, Lucy is here. Where did Lucy go? Oh, I'm on Top Chat. I'm on Top Chat. Sorry about that. I missed you here. Well, Lucy is here. If you want more followers, you should have a themed show and advertising. It's hard. Vatnai says, next week, folks, it's gay night. Have a tranny weekend or leftist late night vegans. Diversity is your strength. Vatnai, you're right. I'm lazy. I am so lazy. I'm lazy. I want to be loved for doing nothing. But you're not going to be loved for doing nothing. You take a look at what Stephen Allen is doing. He's just so hardworking. Or even Josh is hardworking. Okay. Claire, that's what I thought. One of my daughter-in-laws is a vodka lover. She has had lots of different vodkas. Vodka is basically alcohol. It could be made anywhere, whether it's from potatoes or tomatoes or whatever has sugar. You can make alcohol out of it. It just you can't have white vodka. That's not vodka. And if it has a lot of stuff in it, it's not vodka. White Russian vodka and milk, something else from my memory. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but because I'm not a big drinker. And we should not drink too much. Where did Lucy? Has Lucy said something? I didn't see if Lucy said something. Oh, there she is. Lucy Van Pelt. Hi, Claire. Hi, Joe. Hi, Lucy. Well, wow, she's in a good mood today. Lucy's in a good mood. I have a big cooling bag because I've not got room in my store cupboard for many, many spices. I have a big cooling bag. What is a cooling bag? You are loved for doing nothing, Lewis. You know what? I need people to talk to me the way Claire talks to me. It's brilliant. Thank you, Claire. Everyone, let's talk to me. Lewis, the easiest way to get calls on air is to hold the microphone close, to hold the phone close to the microphone, and talk. People call you and talk to each other. No interface needed. Yeah, I'd have to get another phone number. I'll have to get a burner phone or something like that. Are you allowed 2 phones in this country? Are you allowed 2 phones? Shouldn't there be something that goes in here and I press it and I hear this thing? Maybe. Vodka is usually made from potatoes. The good kind, the Russian kind, is made from potatoes. But in America, most is not made from potatoes. You know, I mean, it's a manufactured product, Lorna. So how would I do it? I would do it here. Hello, it's Lewis Schaffer. And how would you hear? How would you hear the? I'd have to get the microphone like that. Scott is saying, Maltese Phil, I'm clearly in a bit of a foul mood today, but that's great and good on you. Isn't that poutine? Poutine, says Maltese Phil over there in Malta. 2 phones. If you're a drug, yeah, I guess you can get 2 phones. Boner phone at the ready. Yeah, I only have 1 phone. I have one phone. We love you, Lewis, Lorna. Effing hell, you don't know anything, I say. Effing hell, you don't know anything, I'd say. I don't even know. I don't know what a cooler bag is. Only about 3% of vodka sold worldwide is made from potatoes. There you go, Kermit. I could believe that. With the majority being produced from grains like wheat, rye, and corn. It's probably much cheaper than potatoes. Well, potato vodka is traditional. It has less it is less common in modern times. Well, why do you think that that is, Kermit? Why is it less? Why is there less of that? What's really powerful stuff made from potatoes? Irish may be illegal, which I tried many years ago. Poutine. Is that a sexual reference? You can have really, it's just alcohol. So you can, if you distill it enough, you can make it 100% alcohol or 80% or 80% alcohol or 80% is 40 proof. I think that's what it is. That's what's really powerful. Okay, yeah. Vatanai says the king claimed he ran one of his cars from fermented milk products, the waste from cheese production. The ethanol was added to the fuel. I mean, undoubtedly, you can make alcohol out of milk. Of course you can, because it's got sugar in it, right, Vatanai? So the king is not completely a liar. Work phone and private phone. Yeah, we'll have to have a private phone number. Calliope, I'm cooking and having you on, Calliope. My husband walked in and said he could hear my boyfriend complaining from the outside. Laugh out now. I would love to be your boyfriend. I would love to be your boyfriend. Just tell your husband whatever he wants. I will do. A cooler bag is a bag that keeps your food cool. Okay, but it only can keep it. It can't. Once it gets warm, it's warm, Lorna. So it's just a bag. It's just a bag. It's like aluminum. It's like aluminium foil. Once the thing in the aluminum foil gets warm, it's going to stay warm. Oh, it's Irish moon sign. Poutine. Poachine is Irish moonshine. You could put your freezer bags in the bag and keep them cool. Yeah, if you're going out and about, but it's not like, I mean, oh, so you put it in the cupboard, and the cupboard gets warm, and once the cupboard's warm, the thing in the inside gets warm like that. Have we decided anything about the meningitis thing, or as I call it, COVID 2026? Because I was really upset about that yesterday. I saw today this woman walking down, this fat, horrible woman. I don't know if she was horrible, but she was walking down the street wearing a mask. And I pulled her over and I said, you're fat. It's better to be thin if you want to protect yourself. I didn't do that. No, it's in a cool place. Okay. But I mean, like cooler than the outside. So Teaser says this. He says, get a burner phone, buy a cheap one from eBay, and then a free SIM card from 3 Mobile. Well, I've got a phone. I've got an extra phone. A free SIM card from 3 Mobile. You answer calls close to the microphone. I mean, I like the idea. Can I tell you why I like the idea? Hold on. Let me get my other phone. Just stay right here. I'll tell you why I like the idea. Because it seems, and this is something that I've tried to do, which is to be with the least amount of production values. The least amount of production values. I'm going to the other room to get my phone. Okay, so stay there. I've got 2 of the same phones. I've got 2 phones. One is red and one is black. They're the exact same phone. They're made by Motorola. I'm quite happy with them. Quite happy. I'm quite happy with my Motorola phones, except the screen's broke. This is the only one with a screen broke. Now I've got to charge it up. I'm on GiftGaff here. I'm happy with GiftGaff. Happy memories from a very long night many years ago involving drinking water, and it just kept going. The Secrets of Joe stops now. Of drinking water. Says, well, Janet is here and Sandy is here. Janet is here and Sandy. Not COVID again. They want to scare meningitis. Well, I call it COVID 26. It's just like, it's bullshit. Anyway, hi everyone. Pressed on Lewis and got 2C. Watched him for a while. Yeah, I like 2C. I haven't been watching him during the Iran thing. I watched him in the beginning and during the last Iran thing, and I haven't watched him since. I should watch him. 2C is good. The doctor I was with last night thought meningitis thing was a bit of a fuss. I think it's a 100% of a fuss. 100% of a fuss. You know. But some of us, me included, are immune to the BS. Same as the last time. Yeah, I'm pretty immune to it. I mean, I was telling a friend today that in the past, it would take me like a second or two to say, maybe this is not true. Now, automatically, when everybody says something, I automatically say, this is not true. This is not true. My default position is to say, this is not true. Let me get this thing up here a little bit. How is that? It's not true. You should look up a chap called Ignaz Semmelweis. Yes, heard of the guy. He noticed that the maternity ward looked after doctors had higher mortality rate than those looked after by the midwives. Why? Because the doctors were the first ones to wash their hands. But and hands can be dirty. They can be dirty, but it's not caused by germs. Lewis, another outbreak is on the horizon. I remember you saying that as a Jew, you were taught to look ahead. I suggest you start to stockpile for lockdowns, meningitis. Yeah, there will be problems, but that's not to do with germs. Yeah. It turns out that doctors were doing postmortems and not washing, whereas the midwives were washing everything and using clean items. Wash your hands. Yeah, I agree with that. If you're touching other people's private parts, you might want to wash your hands. Kermit. My cousin is just recovering from meningitis, or was told he has meningitis. You know, told he had meningitis. It's a scandemic part too, Claire says. Well, I'm with you. I agree with that. Yeah, Elixir, we want her to do well. You can die from meningitis, but you can die from any kind of itis. And remember what itises are. Itis is not a disease. It's an irritation, like arthritis. But we've been told that irritations are diseases when they're not diseases. They're caused by, I shouldn't have even mentioned anything. I just want you to know that when, in 5 years, say, well, Lewis was the first one to call it bullshit. And Claire, Lewis and Claire. I didn't take the jab. I was treated like a leper. We were. It's true. You were. You were, Sandy. You were treated like we were. I didn't take it. I didn't take the, if you take the vaccine, you're injecting schmutz into your body. Now register a new SIM card free. How do I register? I've got to order a SIM card.
Would you like your food now?
What did you get?
Like a donut?
Yes. Can you cut it in half before you bring it? Can you break it in half, please? Please. Please. Sandy didn't take the jab, and I didn't take the jab either. Good phone to use. Now register. I got to go get a new SIM card. You only need incoming calls. By the way, I'm female. There you go. She's a Tiggy. She's a Tiggy. Well, there you go. Well, Lewis Schaffer loves you. Loves you. Loves you. Everybody, let's welcome back Tiggy. We haven't seen her in a couple of weeks or months, and we're happy to have her back. Same here. There you go. Same here. Sandy, and Sandy is a girl too. These are the girls. Let's all get thin and beautiful, and Lewis Schaffer will touch your naked bodies. If you want me to. I will ask first. I will ask. Bill Gates should be in the clink, says Lorna the bastard. I agree with that. And the clink is too good for him. He's a murderer. The guy's a murderer. How many people died from this vaccine debacle? How many people died from the panic? How many people died from the... Oh, look at this. Oh, you're so bad, Columbus. Oh, you're so bad.
Low calorie.
It's not low calorie. Look what my son got. My son got me half of a... Oh, my God. That's my favorite donut. Look at... Oh, my God. God bless British people for inventing custard donuts. If you heal yourself holistically, I've been told doctors say they don't comment on people who self-medicate. Of course, but because you're taking their jobs away from them. Oh my God. Says John Van Jam. Of course they don't want to. Oh, wait a second. What did I miss? His findings earned widespread acceptance only years after his death, when Louis Pasteur confirmed the germ theory of disease, giving Semmelweis observations a theoretical and scientific explanation. But it's other things that, even if there are no germs, he's still right about washing your hands. Especially, you're touching a woman's private parts. She's just had a baby, okay? And it's really unhealthy. It's unhealthy to put any kind of schmutz into that. And Joseph Lister, acting on Pasteur's research, practiced and operated using hygienic methods with great success. Yeah, it's good to be clean. That doesn't mean there's such a thing as germs. Doesn't mean there's such a thing as a germ, Kermit. Just because it was beneficial. Yet he is the one who's always coughing and has to have a nebulizer and steroids all the time. Who are you talking about there? Is that Bill Gates? I wish I hadn't had the bloody COVID vaccine. Yes. But you know what? We're moving forward. Claire says I can touch her naked body anytime. Thank you, Claire. And yeah. And Janet is here. I'll only be skinny when I die. No, you're going to be skinny now. Let's all work. Be skinny. Be slender. Look, I'm having a donut, but I'm having half of a donut. And then it's like I had pizza today, but I only had a little bit of the crust. Elite Elixir didn't take the vaccine or the flu jab. You're right. Don't take it. That's what I say. Who knew pizza and donuts were part of a low-carb diet? They are not. But if you only have half of a donut and you have basically this much of the bread under the crust, can you see how small that is? This much. You're still low carb. I mean, what did I have for breakfast? I had eggs, a sausage, and some chicken. I made a chicken yesterday, so I didn't have any. And then I had a cup of coffee. It had 1 teaspoon of sugar in it, and this tea that I'm having here had only 1 teaspoon of sugar. I'm not perfect yet, but let's all get perfect. Let's all get perfect, Kermit. It is part of it. I only had it symbolically, the star. What did you have symbolically, Sandy? Anyone seen the YouTube of Bill Gates getting splattered with a cream pie? Then he goes into the building, he has another one. I'm against that. I'm against that. You know, it's not fair. It's not fair. He should be arrested. He should be put in jail. You know, he should be tried and put in jail. I don't know anyone who died of COVID or had it, says Joe. I think the jab, my God, the worst skull-crushing headaches and temperature. You had the jab, the worst skull-crushing headache and temperature. Chinese Elvis had the same thing. Lots of people had that. And I've heard it, a lot of people have had that with this fake vaccine. That's so good. Back in the day, we clean our hands over the heat of a fire. Is that true, Scott? Do they? Come on, Alex. Come on. I don't get the flu jab. I have not had the flu since I was little. What exactly is the flu? Where is the vat of flu viruses? You know, it's like a lie. It's like an absolute lie. And they come up with the whole thing about it changing and contorting and whatever like that. And if you do catch a cold or the flu, whatever you want to call it, or COVID, just get into a bath and get as warm as you can. And then get into bed and go to sleep. You missed this first, Vatanai says. My workmate and I had a blazing row with one of the doctors about COVID, jabs, and childhood vaxes. He said we were dangerous idiots and our attitude would kill people. Yeah, because he's a doctor. He's a doctor. Okay? And what kind of people become doctors? They're people who are used to playing by the rules. In order to become a doctor, you've got to get into medical school, you've got to get into college, whatever you do in this country, you've got to be told you're smart. You've got to basically repeat everything that they've said. Everything that they've said, you've got to repeat. Right? So, what kind of person is that? I could never do that. Repeat what they said. Go, no, that doesn't sound right to me. Or I read this, or I read this. And they said, for the benefit of this test, you've got to repeat. You've got to repeat everything. You grow up believing in doctors. Doctors are murderers. They're murderers. You missed this first. My workmate, okay, and I had a blazing row with one of the doctors about COVID jabs and childhood vaxes. Yeah, that's what Vatanai says. Because what do doctors know? Doctors are some of the some of the stupidest people. Because you have to basically parrot back to them what you're told. And what kind of smart person parrots back something? You guys are here because you're not parroting because you don't know what I'm going to say. So you're not parroting. Sandy never took the flu jabs. Let's not take the flu jabs. Lorna said I don't get the flu jabs. So there you go. Yet he is the one who is always coughing and has a nebulizer and steroids all the time. Is this a doctor? Yeah, he believes in it. He believes in it. And I have a lot of friends who are on I got one friend who's on a nebulizer. You don't need that stuff. That stuff is a big lie too. Asthma. What a effing fucking lie that is. I don't even know why it's a lie, but if I think about it, I'll remember. Calliope says, Lorna, I refuse any flu shot. I'm afraid they'll sneak in the COVID junk in because it's the same stupid thing, a flu shot. It's the same mess of schmutz. Mess of schmutz. That's what it is, Calliope. It's just schmutz. And it goes into your blood system and it irritates. And irritations causes inflammation, and inflammation is disease. They killed people and said it was COVID. Yes, they did. A million ways they killed people, either through a ventilator or through loneliness. There's a million ways they killed people. They wanted people dead, like what's happening in Canada with the assisted murder thing. They gave the old people the medication that killed them and said it was COVID. That is exactly right. Or people died and they said, oh, he's hit by a truck. It must have been COVID. Lauren, I'm with you. It's a scam. I'm a little bit behind in the thing here. Scott says to only eat half of a donut. Not sure I could manage that. It's really hard. You got to be strong. You got to be cool. You got to be together. Yeah. I mean, I'll have the entire one. I wish he wouldn't have get it, but I don't want to be mad at me. So should Chris Whitty being in prison. The guy should be in prison. It's murder. They're murderers. I believe that. Am I wrong to say that? That I think they're murderers. I agree with childhood vaccines. I remember diphtheria and smallpox and polio, but not these money-making poisons. I'm going to tell you something to your face. It's all an effing lie, including polio and smallpox and diphtheria. I'm not a doctor, though. Remember, I'm not a doctor. Please don't take away my non-medical license. But Lorna, it's all a scam, including polio. The numbers were dropping off. People were being poisoned by whatchamacallit, by what was it, DDT, all of the things there. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Then more recently, the heat of the stove fire, etc. Then just a fireplace. Now it's died off like open fires. Is that how you used to clean your hands? Yeah. I mean, your hands get clean anyway. The idea that there were little bits of germs under your nails that go through the air, or somebody put them in your mouth. That's a lie. That's a lie. Do we have to go out Tuesdays and Thursdays and clap like seals again? No, I mean, maybe we will. Yes, let's thank the NHS, you fat fucking pieces. Yeah. I mean, we got to applaud them like they're volunteering, but they're lying to us. They're lying to us. I am jab-free, pure blood. Yes, Dave Toby. A round of applause for Dave. We're not going to put up with it. You're hearing it here first. COVID, I was a disease-spreading twat. Yeah, because you didn't do what they said. And if you don't basically, you got to follow their rules. I've been watching a lot. I told you, I'm watching a lot of the videos about East Germany and what people used to believe in East Germany about fighting for communism and socialism. You know, why do those people believe in socialism in East Germany when the people in West Germany didn't believe in socialism? It's the same group of people. What are they, smarter in East Germany? Flu is not like a cold. My husband had flu twice and was really poorly. Yes, flu is a very extreme cold. A cold is an extreme irritation. An irritation, it's all bullshit. Flu, sorry, Lorna. It's like if you're feeling really sick, you've got the flu. Yeah, if you feel like you can't go to work, you've got the flu. If you need an excuse, they don't call it a man cold. They call it a man flu. They don't teach doctors things like telephone skills administration. I don't know. What are we doing here? Let me see if I can catch up with everybody. I lost the use of my left arm for 18 months in 2018 after a flu jab. Never had any since. Exactly. Do not have any since. It's a good scam, says Claire, if we were really all thick. Luckily, we're not all thick, but most people are thick. You're not thick, Claire, but most people are thick. You have to have a son who only gives you half a donut. Well, he brought an entire donut for me, but I said, can you bring me half of a donut? There is a polio outbreak here in Germany now. That's what they say, there is a polio outbreak. Is it caused by the polio germ? Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Bullshit, bull. They just want us to be afraid. They want us to be afraid. So Joe says, and there's me with my dead leg epidural problem, which I was never warned about. Not bitter at all. Yeah, I don't know I don't know about epidural. You shouldn't go to the doctor because the doctors kill. The doctors give you epidural problems. My cousin had polio. He wears a big boot. Yeah, maybe, but does it come from a germ, Janet? Can it be cured in a vaccine? I don't believe that, really. I don't believe it. I think it's their way of making money. Of like being, oh, Lou, you're the savior. You're a doctor. You saved my son from polio. Whatever. My auntie had polio. These are diseases that they say you have. They say it. They say it, but it looks like a million other diseases too. Anti-morning sickness drug caused something, says Sandy. Yeah, probably that's right. Thalidomide also. Look at what thalidomide did. They're trying to save the world with thalidomide, and the kids woke up and didn't have any arms. Horrible. 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 That's doctors. It should be like you're a doctor. You give people thalidomide. 2 of my kids work in the NHS. Yeah, they all work in the NHS. You don't hate them for that, but they're wrong. Thalidomide. I don't know. Let me just thalidomide, says Kermit, is a medication that was originally marketed as a sedative and a treatment for morning sickness in pregnant women, but caused severe birth defects and was withdrawn from the market in the 1960s. Yes. Yes. Well, yes. That's your doctor. That's your doctor. We're going to give you all a pill. We'll give you a vaccine, and we'll find out the problems later. The difference between a cold and a flu. If you have the flu, you can't get out of bed. That's the difference. That's right. It's just, and if you have a cold, you take a warm bath and you get your body warm, and then you go into bed and you stay as warm as you can. Someone you meet out of the house who says they have a flu is a liar. Yeah, how can you test it? How can you tell? How can they tell that they have the flu? How can you tell? You are right about that. I remember it well as a child. It being a huge scandal and a terrible problem. Shocking. Yeah, really, really shocking. And Straw is here. Hey, Straw, we live and die in a vast sea of bullshit. That could be a saying you put on the world. The world is full of bullshit. It's like the lying is unbelievable. And doctors, you don't want doctors to lie, but they're lying. They're lying CUNTSs. I remember, okay. Donut prices have gone through the roof. The price of holes have shot up. Says Lud. Lud is here. That's pretty funny. Yeah, we can't get holes because of the war, because of COVID, because of meningitis. My mom took that drug. Yeah, probably a lot of people took that drug. Really bad. It was horrific. Thalidomide. These are your doctors. These are your doctors. I try to stay away from doctors. Lewis, I was giving birth to Anthony at the time. Yeah, and it made people really afraid. It was like what happened with the Portuguese girl, and it made people afraid. You remember the girl who was whatever happened in Portugal. And I'm not going to don't mention her name. I'm not going to mention her name. But suddenly people are afraid to take their kids outside because of all the PDFs out there. right? And that's what doctors do. They create fear. And look at this, Chartel is here. Oh my God, it's all hot girl day. It's hot girl day. Chartel is here. Say hello to Sandy. Straw is not a hot girl, I assume. Every perspective is an opportunity for a grifter. Critical thinking is an essential survival trait. I would go further than critical thinking. I would just say I don't want to hear it. Or I mean and then they say, let me tell you why it works. And then maybe it does. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. A hole is the only thing that gets bigger the more you take away. Is that something you made up, or is that like an old saying, Kermit? Kermit said that. Chartel is waving to everybody and blowing kisses. To Sandy, to Straw, she's waving to everybody. Hello. And there's Joe. Joe and Chartel are bonded. That was is the other half there. Did you eat the other half? Did you really? How many did you buy? Well, there are only two. Did you buy only two? Thalidomide has done wonders for my brother's cancer. Is that right? Is that right? Because they're always looking for some magic pill to take for cancer. The treatment for cancer, we've been through this before, we're not going to go into it. Okay. The trouble with most of the doctors is they can't get their head around the idea that they may have been taught a lie. Exactly. Do you know the saying? I think it was Mark Twain that says it's easier to tell a man a lie than to convince him he has been lied to. I think Mark Twain said that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Claire has had to go because she's going off to work. So let's just say goodbye to Claire. Let's see what that quote is. We'll find out who that quote is. Better to, harder, easier to lie to a man than to tell him he has been lied to. What is that saying there? What is that saying? Here it goes. Here's the saying. Look up here. Look up here. I hope you can see this thing. It is easier to fool people than to convince them they have been fooled, says Mark Twain. Do you know this one here? This is what you got to know. Let's cut this out. I'm going to cut this out, and I'm going to send this over here. Okay. There's the go. Oh, is that it? No, did that go up there? Okay. I wrote it twice. I don't know why I did it twice. I did it twice. What did Vatan? What did I miss here? Oh my God! Oh my God! Well, let's pray. Let's pray for Vantanine. Let's hope it works out. The NHS is good for tests. It's good for tests. But once you get the tests and once you hear what the doctor says, you've got to investigate what the right thing to do is. Prayers with you and thoughts and big hugs, says Shortell. That's lovely. Muscle, be strong. John Van Damme says to Vatnai. Okay, there we go. They did investigate, but the poor souls didn't get the compensation they deserved. No, because it's coming out of the government money. That's the problem. The hospital system is controlled by the government, so it's hard to sue them there. You could sue maybe the drug company, but basically it's the doctors that are giving the drugs out. There's a helicopter over the thing. Yeah, it's very, 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 very bad. Good to see you, Lorna. Everybody, welcome. Thank you. Say goodbye to Lorna, whatever it is, to Lorna. We love you, Lorna. Lilith is here. Lilith is here, which is like brilliant. Which is brilliant. Lilith is here. I'm liking the wise and probing insights on your channel. Some wise people. Yeah, we've got smart people here who are not just accepting. The bastards knew, says Lorne, about the dangers of thalidomide, but still gave it to sickly pregnant women, or any kind of woman, or anybody. They probably did know, just like, it's like what was happening with the ventilators, with the COVID thing. It was, unnecessary. It was unnecessary. It was really sad. Pharma industrial complex plays a huge role in funding the medical schools. Yeah, you got to believe it. You've got to believe it. And there are a few doctors. I guess there are so many doctors, but there are a few doctors who have rejected it. Who are just saying no. We're not believing this stuff anymore. Remember, I am not a doctor. It says so on my Facebook, on my profile, but I'm not a doctor. Thanks all, but we have paid for it. My wife got some money from her late aunt. Some money. How much money do you get in America? They give that. Lorna, it was invented in Germany. What does it mean? What does it mean? It could have been invented anywhere. The Germans invented lots of things that were amazing. They used to be the main medical people in the entire world around the turn of the century. And then they stopped. The country's basically been destroyed. It's been destroyed. You can't even make those jokes about Germans being efficient or industrial or hardworking. You can't do that. Lorna says we're going to be praying for you, Vatanai. Straw, ring up and complain. Tell the police they are breaching the peace. Yeah. I mean, we don't hear as many helicopters here as we used to. I guess it's so expensive. If it's true, it must come from the dingy Dr. Boatman, says Dave Toby. Well, I don't know. What good has come from that? I don't know. People need to wake up, says Lilith. All right, it's been amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to thank everybody here. If I haven't read your quote or something you've written, and you want to say it again, just let me know and I'll tell you. And guess what the largest, put a number down. Guess what the largest concurrent viewership is for this thing. Alex is 23. Lucy Van Pelt, who we didn't see much of, but she was here. She was 22. Lud is 21. Welcome back. Rocket League is 20. Good to see you again. Dave Toby, same thing, 19. Ruben is 18. Julian is 17. Lilith, there's beautiful Lilith. She's 16. Chartel, beautiful Chartel, is 15. There's beautiful, beautiful Janet. You see her there, right there. And there's I See You. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 girls in a row. I See You is 13. And 12. Teaser is also a girl. So Teaser is here, or Tiggy. And I See You, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girls there. Straw is 11. Maltese Phil is 10. Look at how handsome Maltese Phil is. Calliope is 9, living in Germany. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl there. Okay, thank you. Lorna. Kermit has to always tell me, don't read out the number yet. Don't read out the number. Joe Warrior Princess is 37. Beautiful, beautiful. And there's Claire at 5. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Claire. And Kermit, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Kermit is 4. And there's Sandy, up to 3. Great job, Sandy, up to 3. Fantastic. Elite Elixir, Scott, he's at 2. And the number 1 person is John Van Dam. So a round of applause for John Van Dam. And then we'll find out what the top, keep on going. We haven't come up with the right number yet, or have we? Or have we come up with the right number? Today's Friday. We'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock. At 10:30, sorry, at 10:30. At 10:30. Okay, there we go. There we go. So the top, yeah, there's the top. Top, okay. Did you really eat my half of the donut?
Yeah. You didn't want it.
I did want. I didn't want it to.
You didn't tell me to keep it.
Okay, I'm not mad at you. Blazing Star, we're ending the show. We'll see you tonight, Blazing Star, at 10 at 10:30. We'll see you tonight at 10:30. There you go. We'll see you tonight at 10:30. Chartel. So who is the winning number? Let's see who the winning number is. Everybody, come on, get into the game. You could win. You could win the love of everyone here, including Lewis Schaffer. And the winner with today's number is Sandy at 27. Congratulations, Sandy, at 27. So we had 27. That was the top number. And basically, it stays at that number throughout the entire stream, up to basically 24 to 20 to 27. Alex, I'll see you at Fridgeside. Chartel and Blazing Star, we'll all see you at there. I think this has been one of the better shows that we've had. Better shows. Hello, what? Hello, what? Oh, it was Calliope that won. Not Sandy. Who was the person who came up with 27? It says 27. Calliope won. You won. Sandy, you're going to have to get a special prize from me in secret, but the winner is Calliope. I should be more careful. I should be more careful. Sorry about that. Don't blame Kermit for that, our official statistician, award giver, and main person. And main person. Anyway, Calliope, thank you very much. Sandy, thank you very much. You won. No, sorry, Sandy, but you're going to win too. You're going to get a present from Lewis Schaffer. From Lewis Schaffer. You can call me Daddy. That's bang on. Okay. So thank you, Joe. Thank you, John. Thank you, everybody. Lilith. Thank you very much. You don't kind or don't mind. Thank you very much, Sandy. We will see you tonight. What time will we see you? At 10:30. At 10:30 tonight. 10:30 tonight. I'm going to wave goodbye to you. I'm going to say this has been the best show ever. I'm going to say you guys have been the best show ever. And I will see you later. Thank you, everybody. Everybody thank Kermit for this tremendous support. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Elite Scott. Thank you for this. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Thank you. Am I called your boyfriend there, Calliope? Remember you're married. Remember you're married, so we got to keep it down. Okay, I will see you later. I will see you later, everyone. I'm going to wave to everybody goodbye and say thank you, and we'll see you at 10:30.